What's going on? So 9/11, pandemic then, pandemic now. Back then, you saw world explode. You saw buildings collide. You saw travesty, lives lost. Today, you have another man-made situation with a virus that could have been prevented, with lives lost, and mental buildings collapsing. You've seen, unlike back then when there was a bit of solidarity and people were actually kind of somewhat looking at one another, today, you're in a scene where it's very deeply divided. It's so funny how you look at situations. First and foremost, you honor and respect your military. You honor and respect people that fight. You honor and respect today frontline workers. You honor and respect people who are trying to keep this nation together, trying to come for some unity, trying to come for some compassion, striving. It's interesting how a pandemic then, which was deadly, scared people for a minute. A pandemic today that is deadly has a divide, has a neglect. What does that say? Now, Bush Jr. was considered like Trump during his time, but in hindsight, he looks you almost want to appreciate him. You almost do. However, just like what that is to this, things could have been prevented. But you think about a pandemic and you think about today, you think about heavy hearts, you think about reflections, pain and suffering. When people not learn from the past, they are deemed to repeat it again. So one pandemic on a different level and a pandemic on another level still equals what? A pandemic. How do you get to the bottom and solve the problem if you're still looking to throw fingers? And it's a very much a reminder. There are conspiracy theorists, and this country gives you a good reason to be a conspiracy theorist, because there is this nonchalant arrogance and smugness about stuff. But what does it mean? We still don't have any answers. Just reflect on a pandemic that was man-made then and a pandemic that's man-made now, and the reaction is priceless. Give me your thoughts and takes to how you remember 9/11 then and then the 9/11 pandemic we have now. Hit the like, subscribe, and the bell rings. A new video. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another, and you're either going to be alert about matters or you'll look the other way. But silence is deadly.